so much for signing in with us at Imbalance Wellness. I'm Heather Norton. I'm really excited to be here to teach you guys. We'll just wait a few minutes and let people log in. So maybe give a thumbs up if you can hear me. Okay. Awesome. I guess I should keep talking. We've got this nice sunshine behind us, and hopefully we'll have a great class here today for you. So, come into a comfortable seated position here, and bring your hands in your lap, on your knees, whatever feels most comfortable to you. Sit up nice and tall, bring your shoulders up and back and down, and just relax where you are. Maybe close your eyes if you want to. And if you're in your bedroom, if you're in your family room, you've got kids crawling all over you, that's okay. You're taking the time to find this practice, try this practice for you. You're taking a moment out for you, and that's what's most important at this time. And even if you can only get 15 minutes in, it's better than nothing, right? So just enjoy it, have fun, take it for what it's worth, and remember this is your practice, so do what is best for your body, okay? All right, keeping your hands wherever's comfortable. We're gonna focus on our breath now, so take a deep breath in through the nose, and exhale through the mouth, feeling the stress melt away, and again, inhale through the nose, exhale out the mouth. Again, feeling the rib cage expand as you inhale. And exhale. This time, maybe closing the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. And maybe breathing, continuing that way in a deep ujjayi breath, if that feels comfortable for you. The pranayama, the breath, fuels our practice. And bring your hands to your knees. If you want to open your eyes, you can. Or you can keep them shut. We're going to use our hands on our knees to help us as we circle our torso forward and around to each corner. Try not to miss any spot. Loosen up that spine, especially the areas at the base of the spine. Going around, circle. Try not to miss the tight spots. And switch directions. Remembering to use your breath. And come back to neutral. Place your right hand onto the mat. Inhale the left arm up and over. And exhale, fold over to the side. You can let the gaze follow if you want. Inhale, lifting back up. And exhale, down. Other side. Inhale, reach the right arm high. And exhale, melt to the left. Maybe coming onto the forearm if you want. Try to keep that chest open. And lifting high, back to neutral. One more time each side. Inhale, reach up and over. Exhale, fold. One more inhale here. And circle around the front as you exhale. And roll up. Center. And other side. Inhale, reach over. Exhale, stay. Inhale, stay. And around as you exhale, forward circling. And stay forward, reaching here. Relax your head down. And walk your hands back in. Good, just warming up a little bit. Bring your legs One more time, inhale, cow. And exhale. Very good. Send your right leg back now, tuck the toes, and then send your left. So now we are here in a plank. You can shift forward and back, loosening things up, lifting the belly, and engaging across the front of the chest rather than sinking in the shoulders here. Go ahead and place both knees down here, and we're going to take our first chaturanga. So hug your elbows by your body. As you lower down, try not to go lower than 90 degrees, and then bring your chest through for an upward dog. You can also stay down in this modified version, or come up to upward dog. Shoulders are down. Good. Roll over the feet, push back to our first downward dog, bending the knees to begin. Maybe even pedaling the feet. Keeping the rib cage in line with the spine, tailbone reaching up to the sky. Take a deep bend in the knees, look forward with the hands, and just step to the hands to begin. Release your head down, Uttanasana. Also, you can keep a bend in the knees here. Inhale, lengthen, Ardha Uttanasana, hands come to the legs. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, slowly roll up, head's the last thing to come up. Roll the shoulders up and back and down. Go ahead, bring the hands heart center. Take a breath here. Feeling rooted into the floor. And now we'll move through Sun Salutation A. Inhale, reaching your arms up over the head, looking up at the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands shoulder width, step or jump back to your plank. Shift the weight forward as you lower down into that chaturanga. Again, you can come onto the knees if you need to. Inhale, lifting up in the chest, look up. Exhale, roll over the feet to downward dog. We're gonna stay here about 3 to 5 breaths. So take whatever you need here with your legs. Not asking too much of those hamstrings yet as we're still warming up. Maybe it's more active and mobile, right? And bend the knees deep. Look forward, step or float up. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. Inhale, coming up, reverse swan dive, the arms, and exhale, Samastiti. Again, inhale, arms up. Exhale. Inhale, Ardha. Exhale, fold, Chaturanga. Upward dog, and back to downward dog. Staying about 3 to 5 breaths again. Allowing your breath to center you in the space, whatever space you're in. Allow it to calm your mind. And bend the knees, look forward. Inhale, step or float up. Ardha Uttanasana, and exhale, fold. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, down. Very good. Moving a little deeper, moving into Sun B. Inhale. Bend the knees, deep chair pose, lifting up the arms, looking up. You can have your arms separated so we're not lifting the shoulders into the ears, or maybe even cactus arms here. Straighten the legs as you fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha. Exhale, plant the hands, send the legs back, Chaturanga. And you're always welcome to skip those Chaturangas if that's better for your body, right? All right, down dog. Bringing the right leg through to our first warrior one. Rotate that back heel down and square off the hips into your warrior one. Bringing the arms up here. Take a deep breath here. And exhale, fold. Vinyasa. Rotate that right heel down now, squaring off the hips to the front of the room. They may not get all the way to the front, right? Especially if you've got low back issues, but your goal is to rotate in that direction. After you've taken one full breath, fold forward, Vinyasa, then upward dog, and downward dog. Beautiful, stay about 3 to 5 breaths here. Bringing the eyes of the elbows forward. Fingertips are actively pressing into the mat. Belly is lifted. Bend the knees, step or float up to the hands, and fold. Inhale, Utkatasana. Bend the knees. Exhale, Samastitihi. One more like that. Chair pose, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Continue this exhale through the chaturanga. Then to inhale when you take your upward dog and exhale back to downward dog. Right leg comes through. One inhale. One exhale. Vinyasa. Inhale up. Exhale back. You're doing great. Left leg comes through. Right leg turns. Inhale. And exhale. Make it part of a dance maybe, right? We're trying to connect the transitions with the breath. And stay here in down dog about 3 to 5 breaths. You're always welcome to come onto the knees and take a downward child's pose if you need to. If you need to catch your breath, or stay in down dog. From here, we're going to walk our hands back to our feet. Feet are hip width apart, and we're going to take Paschimottanasana. So your peace fingers are going to hook around the big toes. Take a nice deep inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, bend the knees. Bend the elbows. Bring the head down. Try to maintain that length. Deep breaths into those hamstrings. We're not going to hold this too long, but we're going to try a little balancing challenge if you want. So you're going to shift your weight first into your right foot. Maybe lift the left foot up. Yeah, might be wiggling a little. That's normal. Woohoo! Good. And switch sides. Switch to the left. Weights on the left leg. Slowly lift the right leg to the right side. A lateral lift. Working on those fine-tuned balancing muscles in the ankle. And release down. Good. Release just the left hand and bring it to the hip. We're going to come to standing with this right hand holding still. So left hand's on the hip. Bend that standing leg. Shift your weight into the standing leg, which is the left leg. Slowly coming up for Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. So if you're wiggling all around, that's okay. If your knees bent, that's okay too, right? This is your practice. Come to standing and maybe straighten that leg out. Or maybe you're here. That's totally great too. Okay, so you take your version. I'm trying to relax your shoulders down and keep that hip back in line rather than forward. Good, on your next breath, maybe opening the hip. Deep breaths. If you're still holding the knee, that's great. Bring the leg in front of you. Almost done here. Grab the shin or calf. And exhale over the leg. Woo. So nice. Deep breaths. Help you balance. And release. Try to keep that leg where it's at. Hands come to hip. You should be warm now. Point that toe. Lift, lift. With the belly in the psoas. And lower down. Good. Very nice. Rise up. Raise the arms up. Rise on your toes. And tiptoe to the top of your mat. And lower down. We're going to take a vinyasa. So inhale, arms up. And fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, you can go straight to down dog or take the vinyasa. Back to down dog. Beautiful, you guessed it, we're doing the left side. So walk your hands back. Just bring your left peace fingers to the left foot, and the right hand comes to the right hip. Coming to standing right way. Shift your weight to your right leg. Take a deep bend, or take a bend there, so you can make your way up to standing. Of course, this leg can bend too. Make your way up. Again, try and relax the shoulder and the hip. Good, so nice. Again, you can hold the knee here too. And just to show this variation, if you want to, keep the knee holding. We're all gonna open the hip. Good. You can even look to that opposite direction, or even have the arm out to help you balance, whatever you need. Then we're gonna make our way back to center. Straighten out that leg if you can. Grab the calf, deep inhale. Exhale, bend over, hug it towards the body. It's that oppositional squeeze. I shouldn't say squeeze, I guess strengthening. Good. Point the foot, hands come to the waist. Lift it higher. Psoas lifts. Higher and down. Very good. Okay. Inhale, push the arms up, rise on your toes, and tiptoe to the top of your mat. Lower the arms down. Take your feet into a Malasana squat. I'm going to face you here. So your knees and toes are going to face the same direction. You're going to take a deep bend in the hips here. So the goal is to have your tailbone point down rather than back. You can bring your hands to heart center and let your elbows press the knees open. Good. You can close your eyes if you need to. Help yourself relax in those hips. But just be sure that these knees are pointing over the toes. Yeah? You can even shift side to side if you like that. And we're going to take a small twist here. Bring your left hand down and float the right arm high, keeping those knees opening. You can even wrap the arm around if you like that. And come back to the center, switching to the other side. Bring the right hand down. Open the chest, look up at the sky. If this is not okay for the neck, you can have the neck down. And come back to center. Inhale, lengthen the legs, look up. That feels so nice. Exhale one more time, come back down to Malasana. Inhale one more time up. And exhale, come back to Samasthiti. Okay, we're going to move through a Vinyasa flow now. So, starting with our Vinyasa. Inhale, reach the arms up high. Exhale, fold. You got this. Inhale, lengthen. And plant the hands. Move back through Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva. Exhale, Adho. Good. Float the right foot up to three-legged dog, keeping the hips parallel to the floor. Rather than opening the hip, keep it parallel. Might not be as high, that's okay. Now bring the right leg into the chest and spoke it under the left arm. Lifting the left arm, opening to fallen triangle. Chest goes to the sky. Just nice heart opener. And fold back down, lifting the hips to send the leg back to that three-legged dog. And bend the knee open, opening the hips. If you want to move to wild thing here, you can. Where you place the foot down and lift the hips high. So it's like it is a back bend here. It's just optional. Lower the hips down. Shift back to three-legged dog here. Take a deep breath, inhale. And exhale, bring it through to crescent lunge here. It's like a runner's lunge, it is, right? Knee is in line with the ankle, not over the toes. And lift up. Good. Breathe. Back heel is active rather than sinking in the heel. It is forward. All right, arms can be on the hips or up high. down. And their arms are horizontal to the floor. Legs are active. They're squeezing together on the mat. Relax the shoulders down. Look at your back arm, seeing that it's in line with the front arm. And be strong. You are strong. You're doing this practice. Good. Reverse warrior. Flip the front palm. Gently place the left hand down and reverse. Feel that nice side body stretch here. Allowing the shoulder to not rise, the arm to raise out of the shoulder, but to sink in. Coming down to transition into half moon. So if you have a block and need it, go ahead and use that here. I'm going to scoot back so you can see me better. You're going to grab that half moon, shift your weight forward like you're going into extended side angle. But you're going to move past that front leg. So if you're using a block, you plant it here. Maybe bring the back foot in a little bit and float that leg up. If you need to, sometimes I like to bring my top hand to my shoulder as I am working on stacking the hips, opening the chest. Then I float the arm high. And then maybe if I feel comfortable, I look up at the sky, right? For today, let's keep our focus looking at the floor. It's okay if you fall, I just did, okay? Keep our focus at the floor because now we're gonna shift to warrior three. We're gonna bring your hand, top hand, to the chest, rotate the hips parallel to the floor. Maybe take a bend in the standing leg and bring both hands to heart center. Warrior three, activate the muscles in the back. So we're not sinking, we're active here. And the belly, the whole core involves the back, right? Arms can be out forward or the side, whatever you like the best. Then open up, we're almost done. Back to your half moon here. Good, and then float back to warrior two. Whew, nice job. Back to warrior two. Just for a moment, just to transition into goddess. So now both of our toes are rotating outwards and our hips. Bending in the knees for this deep squat, goddess squat here. All right, so this is not as deep as that malasana. Our hips are still lifted. We're breathing deeply here. Good, inhale, reach up high like a star. Exhale, back to our goddess. Good. Inhale one more time up. Exhale down. Now I'm going to rotate to the back of my mat. We're doing a rotation. So coming back to our crescent lunge. Again, active in the back foot. And inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, clasp them behind your back. And inhale, look out at the sky. Stretching out the shoulders. Exhale, fold. Right hand comes down for dragonfly pose. So your right hand is down, and then your left hand opens for a twist. So you want to feel a long line lifting out of the floor, rather than sinking into that arm, right? Lifting up and out. The top hand comes down, frames the foot, and sends the left foot back into plank for a vinyasa. Inhale, up, exhale, back. Good, stay about 3 to 5 breaths. That's the end of the flow until we take it to the other side. So allow yourself to catch a breath if you need to. And start the next side. So we're going to float our left foot up to that 3-legged dog. Take a breath. And bring the knee to the chest and poke it through under the right arm this time for a fallen triangle. Lifting torso and the hips. Really open here. And bring the hand down. Plant the hands. Send that leg back to the 3-legged dog. Opening the hips, this time bend the knee. Again, you can stay here or you can flip to wild thing. Planting that foot down and lifting the hips, opening the chest. Lower your hips, come back to that 3-legged dog. Then coming coming through to crescent lunge here. Again, lifting, maybe hands come to the hips first. Maybe we go straight up to the sky. Again, both headlights. Your hips are like headlights pointing forward, right? So nice. Place the left hand on the right hamstring. Look up at the sky for that twist. And open to warrior two. Rotating that right hip open and the foot. So the heel is in line with the arch of the foot. Relax the shoulders down. If you want to check the back arm, you can. Legs are actively working towards each other. So nice, you guys. Flip the front palm, take reverse warrior. All right, grab that block if you need to for your half moon pose. So we're going to shift forward into our left half moon. So it's like you're coming into an extended side angle. You're going to go further. Float that, slide that back foot forward, and float the back foot off. Maybe the hand comes to the shoulder first, and then opens. It's okay if you're wobbly. Every day is different, right? Good. Then you're going to bring your hand to heart center. Let's go back so you can see me better. Hand to heart center. Maybe bend the standing leg as you transition to warrior three. Activate the back and the hamstrings in the top leg to help you balance. Don't hyperextend that leg. Maybe take a micro bend, and then float back to that half moon. Open the hip again. We're really strengthening that standing leg. Good, you guys? Come back to your warrior two pose. Okay, good. We're almost done with this flow. Come back to center to face me. Knees in line with the toes for goddess squat. This time, if you want an extra challenge, go ahead and rise on the toes. Maybe one foot and switch if you want, or maybe both at the same time. Good. Taking about 3 to 5 breaths here. And we're probably at that now. So lower the heels, inhale up, and exhale, rotate back to our crescent lunge facing the front again. Inhale, lift up, exhale, clasp the hands behind your back, lifting the chest, and exhale, fold to dragonfly. Left palm is down this time, twisting towards that front leg, lifting up and out of the floor. And folding forward, plant the hands, float the foot back, Vinyasa. Again, modify as you need to. And take a breath here. Come on to the knees, rest in child's pose for 3 breaths. Fill your rib cage, fill with the air. Towel off, get a drink if you need to. And now we're going to shift back to a downward dog. So before we do that, we are going to move through that same flow, right side, left side, and just do 1 breath per movement. So if you forgot, that's okay. You can follow along with me, and I'll try and call it out, okay? If you breathe longer than me, that's okay too. Take your time, okay? Awesome. Plant your hands down, shift back to downward dog. Inhale the right foot up. Exhale, fallen triangle. Open it up. And back to 3-legged dog. Bend the hip or take wild thing. Lower the hips. Come back to 3-legged dog. Crescent. And bring the right hand down for that twist. And open to warrior two. Reverse warrior. And half moon. Use a prop if you need to. Maybe it's a pillow, maybe it's a soup can, yeah? Come back to warrior three. And half moon. And warrior two. And goddess. Inhale. Lengthen. Exhale, goddess again. Rotate to the back for crescent lunge. You've got this. Clasp the hands behind your back. Inhale, look up. Exhale, dragonfly. And chaturanga. Very good. Other side. Float the left foot up right away. Inhale. Thread it through. Fallen triangle. Don't let this be stressful. Let it feel nice. Send it back, three-legged dog, bend the knee. Open to wild thing. Release the hips down. Warrior three. Back to crescent. Lift. Feel grounded. You've got this. You've done this before. Open to warrior two. Reverse warrior. And half moon. Shift the weight forward. Let your standing leg be bent if you need to. That's totally fine. I'm not even looking at the sky. You don't have to. Bring the top hand to heart center. Warrior three. Back to half moon. And back to warrior two. And to goddess. Good, now you should be able to go really deep. Keeping those knees safe and in line. Rise on the toes maybe if you like. Weights on the ball towards the big feet. Big toes, excuse me. Up. Crescent. Inhale, lift the arms. Clasp the hands behind your back. Look up. And fold. Vinyasa. And that is the end of that flow. You can stay here in downward dog or take a child's pose if you need to. Whatever feels good for you here. Let's all make our way into child's pose. Take about 3 to 5 breaths. These can be wide or narrow, whatever feels nice to you at this time. Connect with the mat. Remember the reason why you decided to practice today. You're doing great. You've already made it through more than halfway. And we're going to come back to our hands. We're going to strengthen our core a little bit here. So you have the choice to stay on your palms, or come down to the forearms here. Holding for 5 breaths. Hollow the belly, don't let the lower back sink, but engage the front of the chest, hollow the belly. Good. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lower the knees. We're going to come into a frog position here now. So if you need to come onto the palms, you can. Open the knees wide. So you feel like a frog, you look like a frog. Both legs are open, hips are opening, right? Ankle is in line with the knee, right? So then come onto your forearms. For a deeper stretch, you push the hips back. For less intense, bring your hips forward. And some people can lay all the way flat. You know, it doesn't matter. You just stay where you feel a stretch in the hips here, okay? Holding about 5 breaths. Probably been there already for 2. Should be feeling a nice deep stretch. And to exit that pose, you shift your weight forward, come onto the belly, and send your legs straight back behind you. So now we're here on our bellies, and we're going to strengthen our back a little bit, preparing us for bow pose, okay? So now bring your hands next to the chest in line, elbows pointing back. We're gonna take about 3 different variations here. Press into the palms, inhale, lift the chest, look out. Feet are on the floor still, but you're feeling that back activate and get stronger. Core is lifted. Try and relax the shoulders down. Good. And release down. Place the right cheek on the floor. Relax the hands down. Take a full breath. Now we're going to do another variation. Bring the hands back to the chest and heads to the center. Inhale, lift up. Maybe this time you lift the feet with it. Excuse me. But maybe this time the palms come off as well. Good. Our core is supporting our back. Our bellies are engaged. Yes. Good. And release the left cheek on the mat this time. And arms come down. Feeling the comfort on the floor. And coming back to center. Third variation. This time, you can always go back to our first variation if you want. This time you're going to reach your arms forward and swim. So, engage the belly, lift off the feet, and maybe you're swimming, right? Swimming from a shark maybe, okay? So it helps you swim faster. Good, I don't know if that helps to think of a shark. That's not very relaxing, right? Good, deep breaths. And exhale, release the right cheek down. We just have one more variation here, which is the full bow pose. The Dhanurasana pose, okay? So this is optional. Be mindful of your back. If your body is not ready for this, don't take it, yeah? You're gonna bend the knees, keeping the legs parallel. Reach back and grab the ankles or the feet. Again, stay here if you want. Modify. Or take bow. Kick into the feet as you lift the chest off. Weight is on the navel. Yeah, maybe you don't go very high. Maybe you're down here. I'm still working at this. We all are in a different journey. It's okay. After taking about 3 to 5 breaths, relax your left cheek down and rest on your mat. Nice work. We're going to come back to a child's pose to press off the mat. And rest your head down in this child's pose. I'm sure you guys are doing a great job. Come to a walk forward onto all fours. We are going to now take a downward dog again. So tuck your toes, shift your weight back into our downward dog. Breathe into the legs. This should feel nice and juicy and nice and warm here in the hamstrings. Moving into a pigeon pose. Float the right leg high. Maybe opening the hip this time. Bring the right knee all the way to the right wrist and place it down on the mat. So it's important to protect your knee here and your hips if you need to. So if you have a block and you need to not go as deep, you just sit on that. You sit your hip on that block, right? Otherwise, you don't need to do that. But you keep that foot flex always, hips in line with that foot. And when you feel comfortable, put that back leg straight. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale, fold over the leg. You can also use a block here to lie on, to rest on with your head.
Whatever feels comfortable, deep breaths into the hip. Again, if it's too much on the knee, just bring that foot closer to this leg, so decrease that angle. Okay. Send your breath down to that hip. And slowly exit, bringing your hands up.
And shift your weight back onto that right hip. And just kidding. So you can do that and go into downward dog that way, or plant your hands, tuck your back toe, and shift your weight back to downward dog here. Lift that right leg out and just circle the back, that right leg to release the hip. And place the foot down. Moving to left pigeon. Inhale, float the left leg high, maybe opening the hip if you want. And exhale, bring it through for that pigeon posture. Again, let me show this on this left side so we can understand a little better. Maybe if you need to sit on the block, you can. If you have any sacrum problems or hip problems, that's a good thing to have. Okay, so we're lifting here, long in the spine, lifted in the belly. Exhale, fold forward.
Take your variation, be mindful of how you feel. This can be challenging for the mind because it is really deep posture. So just let your breath help you relax.
Slowly come onto the hands. Plant the hands, tuck the back toe, send the leg back to three-legged dog, and just circle that leg around, loosening things up. And the other way. This doesn't usually look that pretty, don't worry about that. Just loosen things up. Come back to downward dog. Bend the knees, look up with the hands, step or float up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, Utkatasana, bend the knees, lift the arms. Exhale, stand. Good, one more Vinyasa, inhale, arms come up. And exhale, fold. Lengthen, inhale. Move. Chaturanga. Beautiful. Coming onto the seat, you can bring your legs down or you can jump through the hands, whatever you feel is appropriate for you at this time. So now we're on our bums. Send the hips forward and stretch the legs out in front of you. So now you're going to plant the hands behind you with the fingertips pointing towards the body to this reverse tabletop. This is one of my favorite chest openers, and it's a back bend, but it's very gentle, right? So first variation is plant the feet down, lift the hips, open the chest. Feel that right away on the shoulders. And release it down. This time, we're taking another round of that. You can straighten your legs this time, it is more challenging, or you can stay in that tabletop with the feet planted that we just did. So now palms are down again. This time, legs are together, toes point towards the floor as you lift the hips. Gaze is at the ceiling. Try not to drop the head all the way back, but look up at the sky. Lift the hips as much as you can. And lower down. Beautiful job. Now shift your weight forward. We're moving onto our backs here for a shoulder stand. And I'm actually going to swing around this way
so you can see me a little better. So lie on your back and making our way into a shoulder stand. You're going to plant your hands onto the mat and lift your legs to the sky. If you know you are not okay with shoulder stands, legs up the wall is a great inversion for you. Still getting the blood flow down the legs to the heart. Okay, feels nice if you're against the wall as well. So palms down, lift the hips over the body, tuck the shoulders underneath and catch the hips with the hands. So you can go to plow first with the feet over the face, and then lift the legs high to the sky. Try not to move your head left and right. Just look upward at the feet. Trying to lift your hips. The breath is constricted a little bit. That's normal. But take about 8 to 10 breaths here. And when you've completed that, slowly with your feet over the face, working your way into plow, planting your hands on the mat. Weight is on the shoulders, not the neck, and you're here in this plow. Now bending the knees, maybe resting them on the forehead, or maybe they're hugging the ears. Whatever is most accessible for you, while still keeping the weight on the shoulders and not the neck. You can catch the hips if you need to. Now let's all bring our knees onto the forehead, bring the heels towards the bum. Hands are still on the back. You're going to shoot slowly up to one more round of that shoulder stand if it's okay with you. Just a breath or two. Now bring the soles of the feet together. Open the knees apart like a butterfly position. Look at you balancing here, awesome. Deep breaths. Now bring the knees together and back to the forehead, the knees go. Bring the hands, if it's okay with you, onto the shins, weights shifting onto the upper back and slowly rolling down. Whew, that feels nice, right? And slowly release the legs. Feet are planted on the floor. Shift the knees side to side. We're slowly winding down, taking care of our body. As you move your knees here, let the core help you. Try not to make it feel rushed, but make it feel intentional. So the knees are moving because my core is moving them. And at that time, it's loosening up the back. Okay. You can even place the hands on the belly if that is helpful. And come back to center. Open the knees into a butterfly position here. Feet are together. We're going to move to a fish pose. So if you haven't done this before, that's okay. Begin by placing your hands underneath the legs and coming onto your elbows. This is how you can begin if you've never done this. All right, so the weight's on the elbows, and you're going to lift your chest to the sky and release your head back. Now the crown of the head does touch the floor, but my weight is not in the crown of the head. My weight's in the shoulders. And I'm using my legs as leverage to help me. So it's really opening the neck after you've done that shoulder stand. This is one of those poses you only stay in as long as you feel comfortable, in my opinion. So tuck your chin when you're done with that. Lift the head off and relax down. Good. All right, staying here in this pose with the knees open on your mat, on your back. If this is not comfortable for you, you can bring your legs together. Be okay with the stillness. Bring your knees together and walk your feet both apart. So now the hips are inwardly rotating. It feels awkward because we don't do this all the time. You probably feel that on the outer thigh. This is good for our hips to move in the opposite direction. Try and hold it for about 5 breaths or more. Try to relax your neck so there's no tension in the neck, but it's relaxing on the mat. Good, and heel toe the feet back to the center. Extend your left leg down, hug the right knee into the chest. Maybe circle the ankle and foot. If you're still here with me, thank you. You've been doing awesome, I'm sure. If you want to go deeper, you can extend the leg over the face. Maybe use a strap or bring the leg towards the face. Breathing deeply into that leg. Again, try and relax the neck. Take a deep bend on the inhale. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. Good, bring that toe back to the knee so the knee is bent and we're taking a spinal twist. Twist to the left side, reaching with the right arm the opposite way. The gaze follows the hand. And slowly make your way back to center. And hug that knee in. And extend it out. Taking this on the left side, hug the left knee in. Circle the ankle and foot. Might have a little crack in the copy. And extend that leg over the face if you did before. Maybe open and close the jaw. Inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, extend. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Bend the knee. Come to that passe position with the toe at the knee and spinal twist. Knee goes to the right as your chest twists to the left, the torso. Come back to the center. Hug the knee into the chest one more time and slowly release it out. Now is your time to take Shavasana on your mat. I really encourage you to stay here with me for a few minutes. Shavasana is lying on your back. Legs are wider than hip width. Maybe allow them to release. Palms to the sky. Closing the eyes. If you are pregnant or not comfortable on your back, you can always roll to your side. Using the breath to release any extra tension you may have. For some people, this can be the hardest part of class because they want to get up and move on with their day. But actually, this is the most important time for your brain, for your body. You deserve this time to rest, to allow your muscles to restore. Again, maybe open and close the jaw. Imagine a light moving up your body from the feet, slowly through each body part. And as it reaches each place in the body, it is helping you relax even further. It travels up the legs, past the knees, to the thigh. And this light is spinning in our hips, in our pelvis, allowing you to release that pelvis even further, and then up to the belly, into the chest, and shooting out the arms energetically as you release into the floor even more. That light continues up through the neck and out the top of the head. And slowly begin to wiggle the hands and feet. You can stay here in Shavasana as long as you want, or make your way up, seated with me. Take your time. Maybe roll to one side as you come up to seated. Take a few breaths. Take your time.